The day my son left me alone. The house was quiet the morning my son left. Not the peaceful kind of quiet, but the kind that presses on your chest and makes it hard to breathe. I stood in the doorway and watched him walk away, his back straight, his steps steady. He didn't look back. I told myself that was a good thing, that it meant he was strong. The door closed softly behind him. And just like that, my world changed. I walked back into the house and sat down, waiting to hear his voice from the other room. It took a moment to remember that it wouldn't come. His laughter, his questions, his music playing too loudly, those sounds had packed their bags and left with him. His room was the hardest place to enter. Everything was still there, frozen in time. The bed unmade. The jacket hanging behind the door. A pair of shoes by the wall, worn at the heels. I picked one up and held it like it could still carry his warmth. I sat on the edge of his bed and let the silence speak. I remembered the day I first held him. He was so small, so fragile, his fingers wrapped tightly around mine as if he already knew the world could be unkind. I promised him then that I would always be there. I promised to protect him, to guide him, to love him no matter what. And I did. I stayed up through fevers and nightmares. I cheered at school events, even when no one else noticed. I listened to his fears and watched him grow, little by little, into someone braver than I ever was. But I wasn't ready for this part. No one tells you how to prepare for the day your child doesn't need you the same way anymore. At night, I sat alone in the living room, staring at the door, half expecting to hear his keys. I replayed old memories like a broken record, his first steps, his first smile, the way he used to fall asleep on my shoulder. The love was still there, but now it had nowhere to go. I asked myself hard questions in the dark. Did I do enough? Did I say I love you enough times? Did he know how proud I was of him? Loneliness has a way of making memories louder. The house felt too big, the walls too wide. Even the clock sounded different, each tick reminding me that time keeps moving, even when your heart wants to stay behind. Then one evening, I sat on his bed again, holding an old photo of us. And something inside me softened. I realized that he didn't leave because he stopped loving me. He left because I taught him how to stand on his own feet. Every lesson I gave him, every sacrifice I made, every tear I hid, they went with him. I hadn't been abandoned. I had completed my role. That thought didn't erase the pain, but it gave it meaning. I began to understand that love doesn't end when someone walks away. It stretches. It waits. It believes. Now, each morning, I open the curtains and let the light in. I keep his room clean, not because I expect him back tomorrow, but because hope lives there. And when the loneliness comes, and it still does, I remind myself that somewhere out in the world, my son is carrying a piece of me with him. And one day, I know I'll hear that door again. Not because he needs shelter, but because love always knows where home is.